What if we told you that the current state of the economy is driving truck drivers off the road, literally? Would you believe us? Let's take a moment to paint a picture of the economic landscape we're navigating today. It's no secret that the cost of living is on the rise. From housing to healthcare, the prices of basic necessities are climbing steadily upward. Yet wages seem to be stuck in a time warp, barely keeping up with inflation. Now let's shift gears and focus on a group that's feeling the pressure particularly acutely: our truck drivers. These road warriors are the backbone of our economy, moving goods from coast to coast. But as expenses rise and wages stay flat, they're finding it harder and harder to keep their wheels turning. They're grappling with soaring fuel prices, costly vehicle maintenance, and long hours away from home, all for paychecks that aren't growing as fast as their bills. These economic challenges, while affecting us all, have a unique impact on the lives of truck drivers. To understand this issue better, we've spoken directly to truck drivers about their experiences. One trucker, a veteran of over 2 decades on the road, shared how the cost of maintenance has skyrocketed in recent years. He said, "When you're constantly on the move, wear and tear is inevitable. But the cost of keeping my rig in good shape has gone from being a manageable expense to a financial nightmare." He further explained that the price of spare parts and garage services have soared, making it harder for him to maintain his livelihood. Another driver spoke of the rising fuel prices. "Every time I fill up my tank, it feels like I'm pouring money down the drain. Fuel used to be one of my biggest expenses, now it's become the biggest. It's eating up a massive chunk of my earnings, and it's just not sustainable." Living on the road has its own set of challenges. One female trucker shared, "The cost of food and other basic necessities at truck stops is exorbitant. I can't afford to eat out all the time, so I try to prepare my meals in the cab. But even groceries are getting more expensive." The sentiment of financial strain was echoed by many. A driver from the Midwest confessed, "I'm working longer hours, driving further distances, but it feels like I'm just spinning my wheels. I'm barely making ends meet. It's not just about me, I have a family to support. It's tough, really tough." The difficulty of earning a living wage was a common complaint. "After all the expenses are taken out, there's not much left. I love the open road, but I can't drive for love alone. I need to make a living," a driver from the South voiced. From these stories, it's clear that truck drivers are feeling the economic pinch in a very real way. Many are questioning whether they can continue in a profession they love, but which is becoming increasingly difficult to sustain financially. The open road is calling, but the cost is becoming too high. The struggles of truck drivers have far-reaching effects that many of us may not realize. Let's delve into this a little deeper. When truck drivers are overworked and underpaid, it's not just their personal lives that experience the strain. The supply chain, that delicate system that keeps our goods and services flowing, feels that pressure too. Expert opinions echo this sentiment. Economists point out that when the trucking industry suffers, it's like a domino effect. Truck drivers are the glue that holds our economic structure together. They transport nearly 70% of all freight transported in the United States. When they're stretched thin, deliveries slow down. This can lead to increased costs for goods and services. Suddenly your morning coffee or your new pair of shoes could cost you more. So, you see, it's not just about the truck drivers. Their struggles ripple out, affecting us all. The trucking industry's troubles could soon become everyone's problem. So what have we learned from our deep dive into the economic pressures facing truck drivers? We've seen how stagnant wages are making it harder for drivers to make ends meet, despite the essential role they play in our economy. We've delved into the rising costs of everything from fuel to maintenance, which are putting an additional strain on these hard-working individuals. We've heard personal stories from truck drivers who are feeling the pinch, who are struggling to balance their work with their personal lives, and who are seriously considering leaving the profession. And we've explored the potential ripple effects of this trend on the broader economy. These challenges are complex and multifaceted, and there's no one-size-fits-all solution. But one thing is clear: the pressure on truck drivers is more than just a problem for the trucking industry. It's a challenge for us all. As we navigate these economic waters, remember the unseen heroes behind the wheel, driving through the night to keep our economy moving. Give it a thumbs up if you like this video, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and remember to give thanks to the truckers who keep the country going.